Welcome back to another video, and today I want to take a look at the Marvel Legends What If Zombie Iron Man. This guy comes with a couple accessories, so let's get into taking a look at those, and then we'll get into taking a look at this figure. Alright, so starting off, he comes with two blast effects, and these just peg right into his hands, or his feet, whichever way you want to use them, as boosters or as his unibeams that come out of his hands. Next, we have his alternate hands, which is just a set of fists, and that's it, just painted in red and gold. Really nice. All right, so let's get into taking a look at Zombie Iron Man. Now, he does have his repulsor hands. That's what I was trying to think of when I had the blast effects out, or his repulsors, or his boot jets, whichever way you want to look at it. Anyway, yeah, so this guy here, he is a zombie. He's not as good as the Captain America. I mean, let's face it, the Captain America one is phenomenal, that figure is. But this is still a good figure to put with that Captain America to build your zombie team. In other words, you know, if you can get the Scarlet Witch, and then you have whatever other zombies that they make out there, which I think is just Scarlet Witch, Iron Man, and Captain America. All right, so you have the three. Doesn't matter. Having a good zombie in your collection is cool. Now, this is from the What If, but I remember this guy from the actual Marvel versus Marvel Zombies. I'm sorry, it was Marvel Zombies. Marvel versus. It wasn't even that. It was just Marvel Zombies. And if you haven't read that, get a chance to pick that book up, read it. It is actually a really great story. So some of the What If did follow kind of what that comic had in it. But you had Iron Man, you had Wolverine, you had Captain America, you had all these superheroes, man, that were just turned into these living zombies, including Spider-Man, who ate Mary Jane and Aunt May, and then just was like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. Oh my God, oh, but it's so good. Oh, I can't believe I did that. But otherwise, really cool. The Hulk, all them guys were all zombies. And yeah, so anyway, enough of my rambling. Let's get into taking a look at the articulation of this guy. Actually, before I do that, let's take a look at the paint, which is just red and gold and a few things. But look how nice and neat this head sculpt is painted. I mean, beautiful. His eyes are all whitened out. He still has that mustache and the goatee, but the jawline right here where the skin is just no longer there, it's just kind of stretching because it's a gaping hole in the side of his face. He has no nose. Excuse me. His eyes just white as white can be. The teeth, the hair. I like the way they did the hair, and it's a little robbery right here. But he still has a good looking bit of hair. He has this slice going across the face. He did a nice job with that, and then coming down. So I don't know exactly what happened to Tony Stark at this point in time, but I do know his ribs are showing here, so part of his armor got ripped off. And yes, this is the nanotech suit. You can see some of the paint has been kind of scraped or worn away on this suit. And then, you know, like I said, it's just a gold, it's just a red and gold with some of the silver. His riblets, and then on the back of the arm, that's the other spot. So he also took some damage here, so you can see the bone, and then you see some of the blue flesh. Yeah, I mean, he's blue. What can I say? His arc reactor, or actually the nanotech holder that he tapped on twice, and the suit would come out. He comes with the repulsor hands already on him. That's why I left him this way. There's no movement. They're just stuck that way. I don't know why they do that. I mean, because you want to get him to some poses with the creepiness that you can get out of him, but you're only going to do so much because he is limited. He has this upper torso here, but nothing here for him to do actual crunch. All right, so with that being said, let's take a look at his articulation. So his head can look up that far. He can look down this far. head tilt. His head can turn side to side. His arms, they can move out. I mean, really well. That'll give him, that's awesome that he has that range. His arms can go all the way around, bicep swivel, and he does have, mine's tight, double jointed elbows. Moving down to the wrist, he has a swivel, and like I said, this one here has no wrist articulation in it whatsoever. So it's just, they're just stuck that way. Flight pose, blasting pose, however you're gonna put them, reaching out to you type of pose. Now moving down to the torso, like I said, he can rear back this far, he can move forward this far, and he has a little bit of wiggly waggly here to give him that side to side motion, but no ab crunch whatsoever. No waist swivel, the swivel is just up here in the torso. Moving down to the actual legs, his leg can kick forward, it can kick back, he can, well, that's as far as he can do the splits. He has an upper thigh swivel, and he has his double jointed knee, which is nice. And then moving down, of course, he has no swivel here at the thigh, or I mean the calf area, but he does have his ankle articulation side to side, back, which is really nice, and then forward, which is really nice. So nothing is really hindering that. But if you want to get this guy into some sort of kind of creepy pose, and I was trying to do that with him, he just kind of, I don't know. I mean, you're just gonna put him in there with the rest of your zombies, I guess, or I only have Captain America, so which therefore that's all I have. I'm trying to put him in a quick little pose for you. I know I don't do this a whole lot on camera, but there really isn't much you can do with this guy, you know, as far as trying to get him in any type of dynamic pose. But I mean, you know, trying to get him to do a creepy walk or anything, he's not Captain America. Captain America, you could do all sorts of stuff. That guy would just fall into poses. But since I have him here, whoops. Since I do have him here, you just take the blast effect and you can plug that in there. And then you can have your zombie Iron Man, you know, firing off at somebody he's want to chow down on. But yeah, like Captain America, you could turn his head like just creepy different ways, man, just to try and get that pose. All right, and then last but not least, let's pop these hands off, and let's put his, so you can put his fist on it. I don't know why they gave him fists. I mean, I would have rather him have more articulation than, you know, a couple of fists that he came with. But I guess if you want to have him in flight, like he was flying in the air, right? Let's see. So let's just say he was flying through the air. What do I do with that? You want to have him doing some sort of come on. Yeah, man. Sorry, I got them all off the camera and everything. Don't I? Here, let me just peel this back just a wee bit. So if you want to get him doing some type of blast effect, you can do that. You know, I mean, hey, that's cool. Have him go after the Red Skull. Have him go after whoever you want, because he's just gonna want to eat him, and that's all there is to it. I mean, he's cool. Don't get me wrong. I like him. I think he's cool to have as far as in your Marvel zombies. So yeah, I mean, cool. He just doesn't have a whole lot of articulation. So I mean, there's really, you know, so there you go. There's another little quick little pose. I know I'm not good at doing it like this because I just don't do it on camera. But all right, let me get him situated and then I'll give you my last little bit of comments on this guy. Okay, so look, like I said, I'm not a great poser on camera. I can turn around and pose them off camera and then set them up so you guys can see them the way I normally do it. But I just want to do a quick little video of this guy. But yeah, I mean, he's cool to add to your collection, like I said, of zombies. So if you're looking forward to this guy, pick him up. But like I said, he's limited when it comes to the articulation part of him. That's the only real downside. If they would have given him a little bit more articulation so you could get him into more creepier poses, gave his head a little bit more articulation, kind of like the way they did with Captain America, I'd be doing a whole lot more things with this guy. But he's still an Iron Man in zombie form. Maybe. Yeah. I mean, he's cool. Out of 10, I give him maybe a 6, and that's only because of the articulation. As far as paint sculpt and stuff like that, they did a fabulous job. I give that a 10 out of 10. But as far as articulation, I give him a 6, only because I could have just given him some sort of breakage right here where he would be able to get into a little bit more of a dynamic situation. Give him some little bit more of wrist articulation. Give him some, especially right here in the actual hips, give his legs a little bit more motion in that area, and maybe give him a little bit of boot swivel. Now I understand break the sculpt, but that's okay. They do it on everything else. Why wouldn't you do it here? But that's just me. But anyway, the way I'm seeing it is that Hasbro figured that they had such a great thing with the Captain America. So if we throw these out there, they'll pick them up too. And it's true, we will, because we want to, have our zombie Marvel figures. So he's an Iron Man at the end of the day. You can still put him imposing flight poses. You can have him doing whatever, but he's just limited. So enough of my rambling and nonsense and stuff like that. I do have one person out, and that's it. And that is Predator. So you can see how he compares to the Predator 2 Warrior Predator. And here he is. All right, guys, listen. So like I said, I just wanted this to be a quick review. So I just wanted to show off the things he comes with. He doesn't come with a whole lot, but yet, hey, I mean, it would have been cool if he came with an alternate head, like a busted mask or something, and then you can see his face through that a little bit or something. I don't know. Anyway, that's just me. Guys, thank you for taking time to watch this. Thank you for everything this year. I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas or a happy holiday, whichever or. And I hope you guys all have a healthy and happy and safe new year. And thank you for subscribing. Thank you for taking time to watch these videos. Thank you. And as always, please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment down below, and always hit that notification bell so you never miss out on anything new. And as always, well, not only will I catch you on a flippity flip, but I'll catch you in the new year.